If you're cutting calories aggressively to lose weight faster, you might not be attacking fat, you may be attacking your metabolism. And the science suggests that this isn't just inefficient, you could be making your weight problem harder, not easier. Let me show you exactly what I mean, because in my opinion, this is probably one of the largest misconceptions in health and longevity. So here's the thing, your body is way smarter than any diet plan. When you slash calories and drop weight fast, your body just doesn't go, oh cool, we're getting lean now. It activates what's called adaptive thermogenesis, basically your body's survival mode. But before we get into that wild stuff about metabolic crashes and why some people can eat 500 fewer calories than others at the same body weight, we need to understand how your metabolism actually works. Your daily calorie burn, your total daily energy expenditure, also known as TDEE, like a budget with three main spending categories. First up, the largest category, your resting metabolic rate, also known as your RMR. This is like your rent or mortgage. It's the biggest chunk of your paycheck, for some people. Eating up to 60 to 75% of your daily calories. These are the calories that you burn to just exist. Breathing, pumping blood, keeping your organs running. You burn these calories even if you stay in bed all day binge watching Netflix. Then you've got the thermic effect of food. This comprises about 10% of that budget. This is the energy cost of digesting and processing what you eat. Yeah, you actually burn calories eating calories. Pretty cool, right? The rest goes to activity. This includes all of your workouts, walking to your car, even something called NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That includes fidgeting. Yes, it is useful. And that even includes the energy that I thought to even make this video. Now here's where things get really interesting. A 2024 study looked at what actually determines your RMR, that big 60 to 75% chunk. Only one thing significantly predicted RMR after accounting for everything else: muscle mass. Not total fat mass, not any other mass, just muscle. Your fat-free mass. Predominantly, your muscle tissue is the main driver of your metabolism. So, what happens when you go on an aggressive diet? Let me paint you a picture with real numbers. Let's say that you weigh 220 pounds and need about 2,500 calories a day to maintain that weight. You decide to go on a diet, aggressively cut, and you drop down to 198 pounds. Math says that your new maintenance calories should be around 2,200 calories per day, right? You're smaller, so you need less energy. That makes sense. But when scientists actually measure your metabolism, surprise, now you're only burning 2,000 calories per day. That missing 200 calories, that's adaptive thermogenesis. That's your body saying, nope, we're in survival mode now. And nowhere is this more dramatic than in the Biggest Loser study from 2016. These contestants went through 30 weeks of intense dieting and exercise. They lost an average of 128 pounds. Amazing, right? Well, not so much when you see the cost that it took. Their RMR immediately crashed by 610 calories per day below baseline. But here's the kicker, and this is where it gets scary. 6 years later, after regaining an average of 90 pounds of that weight back, their metabolism was still suppressed. In fact, it was worse. They were burning 704 calories less per day than at the start. Let me be crystal clear about what this means. After even accounting for their body composition changes, their age, everything, these people were burning fewer calories per day than a person who had never dieted but weighed exactly the same. Imagine two people, both weighing 200 pounds, same muscle mass, same age. One never dieted, one did the Biggest Loser. The Biggest Loser contestant has to eat 500 fewer calories every single day just to maintain the same exact weight. That's like skipping your favorite snack. So here's the critical distinction. It's not about having a low or high metabolism per se, it's about what's driving your metabolism. A high metabolic rate driven by muscle mass, that's protective. That's healthy aging. A low metabolic rate because you crashed metabolism through aggressive dieting and lost muscle, that's accelerating aging and increasing your vulnerability to all-cause mortality. So, how do we lose weight without destroying our metabolism? The Matador protocol. Now, this one's fascinating and actually what I like to adapt to my own schedule. Matador stands for minimizing adaptive thermogenesis and deactivating obesity rebound. Scientists compared continuous dieting to intermittent dieting, 2 weeks on and 2 weeks at a maintenance diet, and repeat. The results? The intermittent diets had half the metabolic adaptation. The continuous dieters saw their metabolism dropped by about 179 calories per day beyond what body composition changes predicted. In the intermittent group, only 86 calories. Those diet breaks aren't cheating, they're strategic. They're telling your body, hey, we're not in a famine, Resources are coming back and you can chill with the survival mode. Resistance training is non-negotiable. Remember how muscle mass drives your RMR? Well, resistance training is how you tell your body to keep that muscle when we need it. Use it or lose it, right? Even in a deficit. This is not just about burning calories during the workout. It's about maintaining the metabolic machinery that burns calories 24/7. Yes, even in your sleep. So let's bring this all together with some key takeaways. First, your metabolism is driven by muscle, not fat. Muscle mass is the statistical predictor of your resting metabolic rate, especially if you're overweight or obese. Any diet that doesn't prioritize muscle preservation is setting you up for metabolic disaster. Second, adaptive thermogenesis isn't just temporary. It can be long-term and proportional to the cost of your weight loss. And the more weight that you try to fight off in those aggressive time frames, the harder your biology will fight back against you. Third, from a longevity perspective, a high metabolic rate driven by preserving muscle mass is associated with lower all-cause mortality. Crash dieting that tanks your metabolism and strips muscle, that's literally anti-longevity. If you're training, structured diet breaks like the Matador protocol and resistance training is a non-negotiable foundation. The bottom line, your body isn't broken when it fights back against weight loss. It's doing exactly what evolution programmed it to do. The question isn't how to override the system through willpower. It's about how to work with your biology using evidence-based strategies. If you're thinking about weight loss, especially aggressive weight loss, remember, the goal isn't just to lose weight, it's to lose fat while preserving or building muscle. Maintaining metabolic health and setting yourself up for long-term success and longevity. Because at the end of the day, what's the point of losing weight if you're condemned to eating 500 fewer calories forever just to maintain it? What's the point if you're accelerating your aging process? Work smarter, not harder. Protect your metabolism like your life depends on it, because according to research, it might actually. If this video opened your eyes to the reality of metabolic adaptation, hit the like button and subscribe. Drop a comment below. Have you experienced metabolic slowdown from dieting? What strategies might have worked for you? And remember, this isn't medical advice. Always consult with healthcare professionals before making major changes to your diet or exercise routines. See you in the next one.